Okay, so that just proves how much I need James. Okay, sorry about that terrible start, so I'm gonna start again. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Lara. Welcome to my kitchen. It's Sunday afternoon and I am getting ready for my busy week ahead. I am gonna make 4 dinners today. We are starting with pizza sloppy joes. Then I'm going to make Crockpot cheesy chicken spaghetti. I'm gonna make slow roasted chicken shawarma. And I'm also going to make a cheesy gnocchi ham and pea bake, which is similar to one I've done before, but a little bit different. So I'm gonna start, because now I'm behind. So we're gonna start with the pizza sloppy joes. And this one I actually do first, because while it's simmering, I can move on to some of the other things. So I did post also, I made an Instant Pot taco soup that is to die for, you guys. Took me 12 minutes in the Instant Pot. Tastes like I simmered it all day. That recipe is already up on the blog. James is at work and he's gonna share some links for you, okay? And if you go over to the blog and you haven't signed up for the, I posted a free Thanksgiving Day planner. So if you sign up for the newsletter, you get that for free. It's come to you in an email. You just download the PDF. It'll keep you stress-free on Thanksgiving. And then tonight, I'm going to send out to everybody all the recipes, including the Instant Pot taco soup. So if you're interested in getting those, give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna put my onion in here. And this is the only one that I'm gonna cook today. The others are all gonna sit in my fridge and be ready to go. So I start with this one with the onions, and then I've got some Italian sausage. So that is a little bit different than often what you would do. And don't worry, no sausage police, okay? I'm going to, I promise, I'm gonna wash my hands in between. But we're cooking for real here. So I have trouble finding Italian sausage like out of the links. So I just buy them on sale in the links and I just squeeze the filling out and it adds lots of flavor. Okay. So I have like 4 of them. That should be just enough to feed my kids. And this part doesn't look pretty, but it tastes good. Sausage has lots of flavor in it. And I'm frozen over on my iPad, so I can't see your questions, but drop them and ask me and I'll fix my iPad in a sec. See, I need my tech guy. Who let him go to the office today? So basically, by using the sausage, you can use hot or mild, but it has all that extra flavor in there. So these don't have to simmer very long. I do add seasoning, but not as much as I would if I was using just ground beef, it would need more. So, okay, so 4 links, and I'm struggling because they're still a little frozen because I hadn't fully planned to be here today, but we're all good. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna wash my hands. So, who is prepping today? Who's already prepped and what did you cook? And if you didn't prep, when are you doing that? Okay, let's see. Okay, so that'll start to cook down. And then I'm gonna add, normally I would add a green pepper, but I don't have any. So I totally shopped my fridge and my pantry, and I picked out recipes that I had the ingredients for most, close enough. Usually I just do green peppers for this because it's more pizza-ish, but that's okay. I mostly do it to get away, to have a way to get some more veggies into my kids. Who has picky eaters? So I dice them. Give me a thumbs up if you have picky eaters. I dice these pretty small so that the kids don't really notice. So I'm going to put one whole pepper in there. And then we add tomato sauce, some pizza sauce, again, because it has flavor in there. And then I'm going to serve them on toasted hamburger buns with mozzarella cheese slices on top, or shredded mozzarella. I hope you can hear over this crazy pan. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Okay. Let's see if this is working yet. It is. Okay, now you can ask away, and I will be able to see the comments. All right. I keep looking at my phone because people are typing and I can't see. Huh. All right, ladies. Tell James next time he has to stay home for my prep. Oh, I think I got them, but they don't stay up. I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna cook. And you know me, you guys, if you have questions that I don't see an answer, I will come back afterwards, go through all the comments and answer everything, because I love chatting with you guys. Okay, so I have I'm using mild Italian sausage, whoops, and then just a couple more ingredients. So I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon, if I could find it, of Italian seasoning, and a shake, because you know how much I measure, of some garlic powder. It's probably about half a teaspoon. Okay? And then to that, I need that Pampered Chef, what's that called? The mix and chop. It breaks everything up. All right, so that is almost all cooked. So it's pretty fast. And then I'm going to put in a cup of tomato sauce. I'm using like a garlic and basil one because it's kind of pizza-like. And then pizza sauce. Because I don't know about you, but there's something about pizza sauce that just makes it taste more pizza-like. So they come in these little cans, and I'm going to throw the whole can in. It would look more like pizza if it had the green pepper, but this is going to be fine. Okay. So I'm going to scoop everything out. And that's it. So if you have kids that don't like sloppy joes, they might like these. My kids certainly do. All right, so done with that. So that's meal number 1, finished and out of the way. And I'm gonna let it simmer for a little bit. I'm gonna turn it down, wrong way. Okay. And we're going to move on to number 2. So number 2 is cheesy crockpot chicken spaghetti. And the only thing I did ahead of time for this one was I did put a pot of water on to boil, and I pre-cooked my spaghetti, like about 4 or 5 minutes. I didn't want it fully cooked because we're gonna throw it in the crock pot on cooking day. But this one is, we're gonna dump everything in the bag. So I'm putting in 3 big chicken breasts. And to that, I'm gonna add onion. And so basically what you do with this one in the morning, you're just gonna throw it in your crock pot, everything that's in this bag. And when you get home, you're just gonna take out your other bag of sort of half-cooked pasta. You're gonna throw that in. You're gonna add some more shredded cheese, and you are good to go. So you could use, I'm using a fresh onion. You could use a half a cup of frozen onion if you wanted. I always use fresh. Almost always. Okay. I wish my comments were showing up here, you guys. Oh, here. Which recipe is this? This is Crockpot cheesy chicken spaghetti. And it is also already up on the blog. There's no picture yet. There will be once we've made it. Okay, so the onion go in the bag. Red pepper. Again, this is my sneaky way of getting veggies into my kids without them really noticing. I have to admit they're not that fussy. But when they were littler, this was a good way to do it. Put it in with cheese, cream cheese, and I am using canned soups. Please don't judge. We're just real moms here. Okay, so again, just a small dice, and they'll get even littler when you do it in the crock pot. They won't notice, because it's gonna be buried under like this creamy, cheesy, yummy sauce. Okay. So, am I keeping up? Direct link, okay. And I think I asked when I had my false start with no sound, but if you want to see these recipes again, you can find them on the blog. You can also share to your Facebook page. I would love it if you would share to your Facebook. We can get more people joining us in our little community. Okay, so we have onion, chicken, diced red peppers, and I'm going to add, just right into the bag, 2 cans of cream soups. So one is cream of mushroom and one is cream of chicken. You can use 2 and 2, you can use 1 and 1, you can use whatever you have in your pantry. That's one of the things I really, whoops, pretty flexible. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna turn this guy off after and move him out of my way. All right, so in go the 2 cans of soup. Promise not throwing it on my floor. I have a big old garbage can here just to make my prep easier. Okay. And then I like to add a couple of dashes of hot sauce. It doesn't make it spicy. I'm just using Tabasco. It just kind of breaks down with all that cheese and cream. It's pretty rich. because I'm going to add cream cheese too. So we add 4 ounces of cream cheese, and I like to cube it up because I find cream cheese doesn't melt as well if you just throw that whole block in there. Okay. Oh, James is judging the heck out of me. Awesome. Well, maybe he can prep dinner for next week then. Smart Alec. Okay. So, half of this, and I'm just gonna cube it. It'll help it melt better. And this one only has to cook like 4 hours, just long enough for the chicken to shred up. But if you want to do it ahead of time, you can put it in your crock pot, pre-shred it, and then just add your pasta. And then a cup of cheese. Okay. Oh, and the tomatoes. So 1 can of diced tomatoes, and I use the Italian ones because it's got all the seasonings in there. And that goes right in my bag. But my bag is super full. Okay. And that is Crockpot cheesy chicken spaghetti. You could use a different pasta if you didn't want to use spaghetti, like one of the smaller ones. And then on cooking day, so I'll throw that in my crock pot in the morning, and then I cooked up pasta. I'm gonna put this in a bag. I can find one. I'm gonna put this in a bag right beside it. I'm gonna label them, and you just add that for like 15 minutes. You stir it into the chicken and the sauce, and it's awesome. There's my bag. Okay, so that's meal number 2. And we're cruising right along. Anybody have anything fun planned for tonight? Oh, James is saying we're having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Awesome. Okay. So next, I'm gonna get this out of here. So just hang on for 1 second, because it's kind of in my way. Okay. So this one is chicken shawarma, and I'm using chicken legs. You can use chicken thighs, you can use chicken breasts. I got these chicken quarters on sale. Sorry, I got hot in the kitchen. I got these chicken quarters on sale for $1 a pound, which is insane. So that's what I'm using. I'm gonna put all my seasonings in here, and I'm making 6 full quarters. All right, so those are my chicken. Get them out of the way here. And now I want to make the seasoning mix. So, who here loves chicken shawarma? It's one of my kids' favorite things when they want takeout. So this way, I'm going to make the seasoning. I'm going to make a big batch of it. And then I'm going to roast these, and then I'll have extra seasoning for any time they want. It's super easy to throw in your bag. With some chicken, let it marinate overnight, or for as long as your chicken is good, and you can just roast it in the oven. You can slow cook it if you're using chicken thighs. It's really, really flexible. And then we make like a yogurt and dill sauce that goes with it. It's like the creamy sauce that you get in a shawarma. Okay, so we are gonna start with garlic. And we need, and this whole recipe will come up on the blog later, or if you go and sign up for the email, it'll come in tonight's newsletter. All right, ground coriander, 1 teaspoon and a half. Okay. Cumin, my all-time, where'd it go? Let's say my, oh, there it is. My all-time favorite spice. Okay, so 2 teaspoons, and you'll notice I cheated there. Oh, my dogs are barking. No measuring. Allspice, which if you've made jerk seasoning, you would have allspice. Lots of people bake with allspice. So it's a really strong, so it just needs half a teaspoon of allspice. And where did the paprika? 2 teaspoons of paprika. So if this turned out to be a recipe that you liked, you could make the seasoning mix up in a bigger batch. That's my bad dog, Finn. There must be a small dog out front. We're just going to ignore them and hope they stop. Okay, now taking all my self-control not to go and get them. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. I hope you can hear me over those nuts. This is just real life, and usually James is here to stop them. And some cinnamon. Okay. Shh, guys, stop. See, look. All right. So I'm gonna mix that whole seasoning blend up. It smells really yummy, you guys. All right, so now I'm just gonna sprinkle this into my chicken pieces, and then I'm gonna smush it around. So half in this bag. I didn't put salt. Half in that bag and half in this bag. And like I said, I'm a big fan of kind of doubling up on my homemade seasoning blends. Because why not? You already got everything out, right? So you can make a mess once. Okay. And then, I don't know why I took them off my little stands. Just gonna put a drizzle of olive oil just to let it kind of marinate in there. And these ones are better if you do let them sit overnight, at least 2 days. 1 or 2 days is good. You get a lot of flavor in your chicken. Okay. And olive oil. Don't be like me. Read your recipe first. I made this recipe, but sometimes I get distracted. Okay, so that is the seasoning blend. And now we're going to pre-make the sauce. And then I'll serve this probably with some roasted potatoes or some broccoli, which James won't eat, and some pita, right? Because it's kind of a Greek, Middle Eastern. So I need a cup of Greek yogurt. And I like Greek yogurt because it's nice and thick. But because this was for a sauce, I didn't use the non-fat. I just used the lower fat one, the 2%. Okay. And then to that, we're going to add some lemon juice, some dill, and garlic. and we're gonna use real garlic because it tastes so much better. Okay, so 1 clove of garlic. It would probably be like a teaspoon if you were using the minced stuff. If you don't have the minced stuff, you could put in powdered garlic. Okay, so garlic, and then lemon. How much lemon juice? 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna use the whole. Half. Oh, this guy doesn't fit. He was a mutant lemon. All right. I lost all my comments. Okay. Oh, okay, salt the second bag. Will do. Okay, that's the worst lemon I've ever had, you guys. I'm telling you, it's impossible. It's like just new. I just got it out of the store. It was hard as a rock. Let's see. Better. Okay. So lemon juice and dill. It tells me, if only I could see, 1 teaspoon of dill. All right. Okay. And salt, which I forgot last time. And pepper. I'm just gonna mix it up. And it'll then sit in the fridge. It'll have time for all those flavors to blend. So good too. But this is really all you need. Okay. Cover that guy up. I'm gonna put it in my basket with my other, and that's meal number 3 that I'm making today. I have made a big old mess of my kitchen. And the last thing I'm going to do is, not those, is the ham and gnocchi bake. Now some of you will have made versions of this already, because I got the basic recipe from 5 Dinners in 1 Hour. But I like mine a little creamier. Yes, lots of cooking spray. And then I take my gnocchi, and this was frozen gnocchi. And you don't have to cook it ahead of time. And you're gonna cover the bottom of your pan. Okay, I'm gonna use the whole thing because my kids really love this meal. All right. Okay, then I'm gonna take frozen peas. You could add, peas are my favorite in here. Broccoli could work too if you chopped it up small, but I like it with peas. Again, veggies, right? All right. And then ham. So I just got a ham steak. If you have deli ham that you want to use up, you can use that. If you want to use kielbasa, that works really well too. Any kind of smoked sausage. You could put bacon in here. So if you have stuff you want to use up in your fridge, you can get flexible with it. This one is really flexible. So I don't like the skin on the ham steak, that outer, so I just cut it off. And then I'm gonna make a creamy sauce with milk and chicken broth, and I'm gonna put cornstarch in it so that it thickens up. I'm just gonna put the lid on it, and on cooking day, you're gonna bake it, and just before it's finished, you're gonna sprinkle with a whole bunch of cheese. It's gonna be delicious. Okay. So ham. Okay. So we have the ham, the peas, the gnocchi. I'm going to, that's it. That's all you have to do in here. Okay, then you're gonna put in your fridge. And then I'm gonna make the sauce. So when you go to bake it, take about 20 minutes to bake because the gnocchi will already be defrosted. So what you need is 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth. And I love these. These are my new Pampered Chef. I didn't buy a ton of Pampered Chef stuff, but I love these measuring cups because you can squeeze them and they have lids on them, so they're great for meal prep. Let me grab my cream, you guys. Grocery pickup just came in just before. Whoops. And then 1/2 cup of cream. Okay. And then in here, this is where I put my flavor. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon of thyme. And salt and pepper. And just 1/2 teaspoon of garlic because I can't cook anything without garlic. Okay. And I'm gonna stir this up. But then I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna add cornstarch in here because often we find that our sauces are too thin when we cook them. If you put them in the slow cooker, they get thinned out. This has frozen gnocchi, so some water comes out. So I'm gonna add cornstarch directly in here, and then I'm just gonna shake it hard on the day on cooking day. So I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon. Okay. And I like using cornstarch better than flour because it dissolves a lot easier. And it also thickens without coming to boiling, whereas flour really needs to come to a boil. And because this has cream in it, you actually don't want to cook this hot enough so that it would boil. Does that make sense? Now, what did I do with that amazing lid? There we go. Okay. And that's it. So that is everything for the gnocchi bake. And so then again, on cooking day, I'm gonna cook it with foil for about 20-25 minutes. The sauce is gonna get nice and thick because we have that, and creamy because we have the cornstarch. The thyme and the garlic are gonna have infused in there. And then I'm gonna sprinkle cheese on top. And I like to use like a combination of mozzarella, which is like pizza cheese and really stringy. And then a bit of cheddar for flavor. You can use marble, you can use whatever you really like. So that is meal number 4. So not bad. 1 false start, 4 meals. So I'll recap, okay, you guys? So I made cheesy ham and gnocchi bake. We made chicken shawarma, and I gotta put salt in my second bag. Thank you. And this one is a sheet pan dinner, and it'll, this one will take a little bit longer to cook, about 45 minutes, because those are chicken quarters, but you adjust to depending on what kind of chicken pieces you've used. Then we made something else. This guy. We made, this is the Crockpot cheesy spaghetti. Chicken spaghetti, which I just have to put my pasta in here and I'll label. And then Pizza Sloppy Joes. Okay. Whoops. Hi, Beth. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring everybody else. I'm terrible at this technology by myself. Okay. So that's everything I'm cooking today. If you have any questions, I can stay here for a sec while I put away my Sloppy Joes. If not, I'm happy to come back every Sunday and share my preps with you. It's been a little bit not regular over on 5 Dinners, but I still got to cook for my family. So if you can give me a thumbs up if you want to come back next Sunday, and please don't forget, if you can, I would love it if you would share this video. Go to the website, get all of the recipes on there. I will email them to you tonight in a nice printable format so you can have them just at your fingertips anytime. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Thanks for inspiring me to prep. I was going to avoid it, you guys, but you said, where are you? And I prepped. So I'm looking forward to dinner this week, a bunch of new recipes for prepping, and I will see everybody later this week. I hope you all have a really great weekend. Thanks for joining.